Hey everybody, my name is Sarah and we are going to do a little bit of backyard exploring today. Now if you don't have your own backyard, if you live in an apartment complex or a condo, maybe you can find a patch of green on your apartment's property or even at a local park. And I'll kind of guide you through some modifications as we go along. For today's video, there are only a few items that you need. To start off with a pen or pencil or markers and either a sheet of paper that you can write on or even a journal or a notebook that you can continuously record information in. You need a pair of gardening gloves if you have them, or you can just use soap and water and get your hands nice and dirty. And a small shovel will be really helpful. If you don't have a shovel, you can also use a big kitchen spoon. And finally, you just need a couple of trays. I'm using old cooking trays and I just lined them with some wax paper. So you can wash these afterwards when you're done, but just something to be able to put dirt and bugs into. Now once you have your supplies ready, you're going to go outside and find a plot of land. It can be covered in grass, it can be in the middle of a garden, maybe it has mulch over top of it, or even some weeds. And you're going to use your shovel to just dig down the very surface of this little plot of land. So if it's mulched, you might want to move the mulch off to the side. If there's grass, you might want to move some of that grass out of the way. If you live in an apartment or a condo and you don't have your own backyard, then instead of digging with a shovel, the best thing to do is make observations. So what we're going to be doing is looking for little bugs that live within our gardens and our backyards and our local parks, and we're going to be comparing them to each other. So I'm going to clear away some of the vegetation that I have. This is just clover because we haven't gotten around to weeding and mulching our garden beds yet. Now you can see that I just have some fresh dirt in front of me. You can make this area as big or as small as you want to. I think about a square foot is perfect. And then what you're going to do is just kind of dig down just the very top layer of the surface of the soil. And place this in your tray. And if you have a dog, then maybe they can help you dig. Or stand over top of your plot. Come on, pup. And once you have your tray, you're going to take your other one and very slowly sort through your soil and see what kind of critters you can find. You can place those critters in your second tray and start to tally up your findings. Some of the things that I am looking for today are if it's an insect and has 6 legs, if it's an arachnid and has 8 legs, or if it maybe doesn't have any legs or has more than 8 legs. I'm counting the number of bugs of those I find. I'm counting whether the bugs are green or if they're brown or black, and I'm also counting if they're different colors. And I'm also going to be drawing some of my favorite bugs that I find. They're really cool ones that I want to remember, and making some observations about some of the different bugs that I see as well. A few of the things that I'm finding today are earthworms and these little roly-polies that are starting to move around. I can see some other things wiggling around in my dirt. And like I said, you want to track all of these great things that you're finding. Maybe draw a picture about them or make some observations. Are they really quick? Are they really slow? Are they starting to fight with each other? Maybe they completely stopped moving as soon as you picked them up. Some other great things to do is, like any true scientist, we want to record information about the day. So make sure you write down what your location is. I picked underneath a dogwood tree that has a little bit of mulch and some clover over top of it. The date, the temperature, and the weather. Today it's partly cloudy and a little bit breezy. You can do this in multiple different places in your yard or your favorite park. Maybe you pick a grassy patch in one spot and underneath a big tree in another. And you can do this throughout the whole summer even. So maybe on the first of every month, you're gonna come out to the exact same spot and dig in the same place and see if the critters change. A great way you can do this is to take your baking tray or even an old sheet or an old towel and to put it underneath a bush or a flower or a plant or a tree and shake the branches while the sheet or the towel or the cooking tray is underneath that tree. And then those bugs that are hanging out on the branches and on the leaves and on the flowers will fall right into the tray, and then you don't even have to dig it off. Sometimes it may not look like you're getting anything, but use your observation skills to look really closely, and I bet you'll find some bugs. All done, don't forget to put all of your critters and all of that dirt back where you found it, and have fun exploring now and through the rest of the summer. Thanks for exploring with me.